Language is power.
Let's learn about phrasal verbs. A phrasal verb is a phrase that combines a verb and one or two other words, usually a preposition or adverb. These words together give a different meaning than the verb does on its own. If you want to learn more about phrasal verbs, please watch the introduction at the beginning of our first episode. I'm going to introduce you to some most commonly used verbs and list all the phrasal verbs out of them with explanations and example sentences. I will also include video clips featuring relevant phrasal verbs to enhance the entertainment value of the show. For those who need the complete learning text for this episode, you can download the free PDF below. I will provide the link in the description section. One. Build. Build up, increase, accumulate. To build up something means to increase or accumulate it. The company is working hard to build up its customer base.
Build up to it.
Building up this science.
Build up your powers.
Build up your strength.
Usually you build up muscles, you build up calves.
You build up everyone's expectations. It's very...
Build up, up. Building up to something. Build faster.
They build up in your tibias.
We build it up.
We need your showmanship to build up the suspense.
We'll build up the land down there of free men and free women and free children and freedom.
Don't build up your hopes, Liam.
Build on, improve. To build on something means to improve it. We need to build on our success and move forward.
Let's build on that.
Build on that. Next. Building on that.
Building on that?
Building on my what?
Hang on. Building on what Leonard said.
On what Sheldon said, I could go for Chinese.
No one built on what I said.
How is that building on what he just said?
Building.
Something we can build on.
Now we got a relationship we can build on.
You can't build on what you don't got.
Build out, expand. To build out something means to expand it. We are planning to build out the factory in the next year.
I'm going to build out the tornado shelter in my backyard.
Help build out the Bird Gummer brand.
And built out from it, so...
Zoned, it's permitted. You could build it out however you like.
Well, our plans are to build out this whole staked off area here.
Build in, include. To build something in means to include it. We need to build in more safety features in the design.
Here's the self-defense mechanism. You ask him to build in?
Hey, built-in customers.
It's built in.
Insufficient safeguards built in.
It will be built in.
Make sure we build in proper time to really meet with the kids.
Okay, you have to build in a fail-safe.
2. Burn. Burn down, destroy by fire. To burn down something means to destroy it by fire. The house burned down in the fire.
Burn down.
Burn it down.
Burn it! Burn it down!
Burn them down.
Did I burn down the joint? I don't think so.
It burned down.
It's me. I burned down the house. I burned down the house. Okay.
Please do not burn down the school.
Russell's gonna burn down that orphanage.
And if we don't stop him, he'll burn down half of Europe.
Burn off, evaporate. To burn off means to evaporate. The morning fog will burn off by noon.
Don't you have any cities to burn off?
Burning off their atmosphere and killing.
Dude's dick burned off.
That actually burns off calories.
They'll wait for the fog to burn off.
I imagine I'll burn off by 10, 11 o'clock.
It's gonna burn off sooner. It wouldn't be so bright.
It'll burn off.
Burn up, destroy by fire. To burn up something means to destroy it by fire. The old barn burned up in the night.
Burned up. Totally burnt.
On and burn up.
Burned up when...
Burning up?
Oh, yeah, baby, I'm burning up.
Burning up.
I wonder if the money burn up.
It can burn up on my watch.
It will burn up somewhere over the Atlantic.
We're burning up.
Don't burn up.
He's burning up. You're burning up.
You're burning up.
Whole world might burn up.
Burn out, become exhausted. To burn out means to become exhausted. She was so busy that she quickly burned out.
Burn them out.
Burn them out.
Burn them out.
Burns them out.
Burns them out.
We'll burn out the charges if you have the president.
See, it's better to burn out than to fade away on me.
When the sun starts to burn out and the earth turns cold.
Burn out.
Let's burn out.
I wish I'd led. I'm burned out.
What happened? Burn out? Burn all out, did ya?
3. Buy. Buy in, bet. To buy in something means to bet on it. He bought in for $100 and joined the poker game.
The buy-in?
How much?
The buy-in's $20.
$40 buy-in to the...
Buy-in's $100.
One race, 2G buy-in.
Minimum buy-in, $25,000.
Buy-in is $50,000.
$1,000 buy-in.
With a $50,000 buy-in.
10 players, $10 million buy-in, $5 million rebuy.
We're buying in.
You'll take my buy-in.
How was my buy-in?
You're not buying in?
Which means no more buy-ins.
Buy off, pay to stop. To buy someone off means to pay them to stop doing something. The company had to buy off the protesters to end the demonstration.
I knew he was going to buy off a magistrate and disappear into Mexico.
You can buy him off.
Oh, still trying to buy off my forgiveness, I see.
Buy her off.
Yes.
They can buy off.
Buy them off.
You buy off the rack, that's what happens.
Lucky I don't have to buy off the rack.
I buy it off.
You mean buy us off?
No. Buy me off.
You're not important enough to buy off.
Buy out, purchase all of someone's shares. To buy someone out means to purchase all of his shares. He bought out his partner and became the sole owner of the company.
Now, after we settle the will, I'll buy out your shares at a fair valuation.
Otherwise, somewhere down the line, he's gonna buy out.
Some fella just paid a whole pile of cash to buy out the Inferno.
I want to buy you out.
Buy him out?
Buy them out, boys.
Buy me out, John.
I'll buy the bastard out.
We're considering buying them out.
It's a little late in the game to buy out now.
Buy up, purchase all of. To buy something up means to purchase all of it. The company bought up all the available land in the area.
I like to buy up all the railroads.
He's buying up television stations and
Just buying up the whole neighborhood.
CN Holdings plans to buy up the town.
They put all the stones they buy up to keep off the market, so they can keep the price high.
I did Standard Oil buy up land.
They're buying up oil pipeline.
Let's buy up the girl.
You're buying up quite the swap.
4. Call. Call off, cancel. To call something off means to cancel it. We had to call off the meeting because of the storm.
You have a few minutes to call off his murder.
Call it off.
Call what off?
Call it off.
Call what off?
Call it off! Call it off!
Call it off.
Call it off.
Call it off. Call it off right now.
And you gotta call it off. You gotta call the whole thing off.
To call off the revolution?
First, I want you to call off the surveillance.
And for that, you want to call off the wedding?
Call off the wedding.
You want me to call off the ceremony for that?
Call it off, Pam. Call it off, okay?
Call on, ask to answer, visit. To call on someone means to ask them to answer a question or to visit someone. The teacher called on me to answer the question.
I've come to call on Anne.
I call on. Call on me.
Fishy hands. Fishy hands.
If you need any help, please feel free to call on me.
He asked me to call on him for business purposes.
I've come to call on Anne.
Call on her.
Call up, phone. To call someone up means to phone them. I called him up to invite him to the party.
Call him up. Call him up.
Call him up.
Call them up.
Well, call them up.
Call up a Hammerhead Corvette. I have an idea.
Call up Brokaw.
Cohen's calling up.
So just call her up?
Just call her up?
I call up and I hear the girls on the other end giggling.
You're gonna call up some of your friends who work the saloon.
Well, masters, good night. And there be any matter of weight chances, call up me.
Yes, sir. Call up the orderly.
Call out, shout. To call someone out means to shout something at them. He called out to her to get her attention.
Call out his name.
Call out his name.
This woman, she used to call out a name.
Call out! Call out! Hey, call out!
Call out!
Calling out echoes.
Eyes on everything. Call out patterns and strays.
I want you to call out exact speed and distance every 30 seconds.
The governor has been requested to call out the National Guard on you.
Call in, summon. To call someone in means to summon them. The police called in a witness to testify.
Shouldn't we call in?
Let's wait till we know what to call it in as.
I'll get on to the tabloids. Call in a few favors.
Took a little persuasion. Had to call in a favor or two.
You just have to call in a few markers, that's all.
You want me to call in a strike on a friendly Arab nation?
Call in sick.
Call in sick.
I can't call in.
Call in reinforcements.
Calling in reinforcements.
Call it in, Red. Call it in.
Call it in. Call it in.
Call it in.
Call it in.
Call it in.
Call it in. Call it in. Call it in. Call it in. Call in a full retreat.
Call in the asset.
Call them in.
Calling us in.
Calling us in.
You realize we will have to call in a locksmith.
I called in.
Call for, demand. To call for something means to demand it. The people are calling for change in the government.
You must call for aid.
Okay, call for help. Call for him. Call.
They call for you.
Call for help. Call for help.
Call for help!
Call for help.
Call for help.
I imagine they'll call for your removal.
I want you to call for a vote.
I want you to call for a press conference now.
Were you going to call for revolution on that television?
Call for backup. Call me.
Call for backup. Call for backup.
5. Carry. Carry on, continue. To carry on means to continue. We decided to carry on with the project.
Carry on, carry on. Carry on, carry.
Carry on.
Carry on, lad. Carry on. Carry on, Montesquieu. Carry on.
Carry on.
Carry on! Carry on, Michael!
Carry on, carry on.
It's carry on, carry on.
Carry on, carry on.
You just might meet him if you carry on like that.
Who will lift the flag and carry on?
One day they will carry on the fight.
How could anyone expect me to carry on under these conditions?
Carry out, perform. To carry out something means to perform it. He was asked to carry out the task.
So God is in a hurry to carry out his word.
Carry out the sentence. The army of Babylon approaches to carry out God's plan.
Violence here is making it much harder for the military to carry out its mission.
As a soldier, you will answer to this council and carry out our orders without question.
I just carry out orders.
I carried it out.
And what means did they have at their disposal to carry out these surveillance practices?
Carry out, sir.
The mayor has 4 more hours before we carry out our threats of civil disobedience if he doesn't meet with us.
Whatever you threaten me with is ludicrous in comparison to what will be done to me if I do not carry out my orders in full.
Carry out your assignments.
Carry over, continue into the future. To carry something over means to continue it into the future. We decided to carry the project over to next year.
Your voice has to carry over the din.
Can carry over into West Africa.
The spirit of democracy can carry over into West Africa.
You didn't carry over your credits.
Did you carry over the one?
Come on, Danny, you forgot the carryover.
Carry off, successfully complete. To carry off means to successfully accomplish or deal with something. He carried off the presentation with confidence.
Students will carry off several medals at the 1976 Olympic Games.
Can carry off in one afternoon.
You carry out this ridiculous charade.
Stretch it now, we carry off the field later.
Looters carry off thousands of dollars of worth of goods with a gay sort of leisure.
What sort of lion could carry off someone Mahina's size?
Steal, carry off women.
Suicide carried off many.
Carried off to Golden Harbor.
Get off the stage before you get carried off.
Carry away, make someone out of mind. To be carried away means to become too excited or emotional and lose control. He was so angry that he was carried away and said things he regretted later.
And we just got carried away.
Carried away.
Carried away?
I got carried away.
He's getting carried away.
I mean, let's not get carried away with ourselves.
I must not get carried away with my overactive imagination.
I think we all got a little carried away with a trip down memory lane. But let's get real.
You got carried away with your own story.
Sorry we got carried away, G.
Sorry!
Sorry, got carried away.
Sorry, we got carried away.
We both got a little carried away.
We got pretty carried away with Kira.
We kind of got carried away and...
You got carried away.
You got carried away.
You're getting carried away. You think too much. Just do it.
Don't blame you. We got carried away.
Please do remember to click like, subscribe, share, and turn on the notification.